Hola, welcome to LightSpeed Spanish. It's Gordon, just on my own. Cynthia todavía está en España, pero viene el miércoles que viene. So she's coming next Wednesday. I want to make a quick video, and this is something that we've already covered in our podcasts, but the more that I talk to my students, the more I realize that the subject of por and para is something that needs to be recovered a number of times. And I've taught it so much now that I have a little system that I want to share with you that maybe will help you to really put into place por and para, or at least the principal parts of por and para, okay? Because what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you some hieroglyphs. If you can keep some symbols in your mind, you will be able to separate por and para, okay? It's probably the biggest error that ever happens when I'm talking with my students is por and para. I had a student I was talking to the other day, and I think they said something like por 20 times, and they were wrong 20 times. Okay, so let's see if I can help you to clear up a little bit of this. Yeah. First of all, let's deal with para, and I've talked about this before, but I'm going to explain it in a little bit more clarity. Para is, I'll show you the hieroglyph. This is the symbol that you have to keep in mind for para. Para is the arrow, or because I'm from the northeast, I can say para is the ara. Okay, but para is an arrow. What do I mean by that? Para deals with destination, and finished result, deadline, end. With para, somebody is always going to receive something. Okay? I'll give you an example. What do you want for your birthday? Okay? The amount of people that say por, he comprado un regalo por Daniel. Okay? It's para. Why? Because somebody is going to receive it. It's a deadline, it's an end result, it's a finished date for your birthday. Boom, this is your birthday, para. It's going to end there and someone's going to receive something. Okay? When you say, el café, para mí, that means it's coming to you and you are going to receive it. Here it is. Para mí, para ti, you're going to receive it. You see a friend in the supermarket, they've got the trolley, got some shopping there, and you say, ¿para quién? ¿Para quién? For whom? Es la compra. And they say, oh, para mi madre. Okay? Their mum is going to receive the shopping. Para. Para is the ara. Somebody's going to receive it. Imagine you say, it's an end result, a deadline, a destination. End result, deadline, destination. You say to the man in the garage, mire, necesito el coche para el miércoles. I need the car for Wednesday. Why? Because Wednesday is the deadline. End result. You were going to receive the car on Wednesday. You want it for Wednesday. End result. Para. Yeah? Okay, these are things that it's never clear, but if you imagine, always a deadline. El tren va para Madrid. Sale para Madrid mañana. The train leaves for Madrid tomorrow. Para, that's where it's going. End result. Para is the ara. Okay? So, what do you want for Christmas? For Christmas. What's it going to be? Para. ¿Qué quieres para las Navidades o para la Navidad? What do you want? Well, it's going to be a deadline. At Christmas, you're going to receive something. Deadline. Para. Okay? Anything else? Let me just consult my list. Okay. Again, if you want to say, I'll have it for 3 o'clock. Para las 3. Why? Because it's a deadline. Whatever, this is going to happen at 3. Para las 3. Deadline. So what we got? Deadline, end result, destination. And really they're all the same. They're all the same. At the end of the day, something is going to end up with someone or in a place. Yeah? Para, yara. There's only one exception, as always. Okay? One exception which I think doesn't really fit into the arrow, and that's when you make a contrast. What do I mean? When you say, you know, for being Spanish, you don't have much accent. Okay? Now that contrast, when you make a contrast, that's when you use para. Para ser español no tienes mucho acento. Okay? That's a contrast. Now that one doesn't really fit in with the arrow, but hey, we don't use that very often. But it's something to keep in the side of your mind. But the principal thing, para, somebody's going to receive it. It's a destination, it's a deadline, it's an end result. Yeah? Right. 6 minutes, I'm doing well. Por. Also, a little tip, particularly for beginners, 95% of the time when you want to say for, you're going to say para. Okay? As a default, if you're not sure, say para. Don't say por. Okay? Because you're going to be more likely to be right if you say para than por. Okay, just a little tip. But better to think of the other. Yeah? Okay, por. Now por has a different shape. Por has 2 shapes. Okay? It isn't a straight line. I'll show you the first one. This is por. Can you see? Por is this kind of movement. When you say to somebody, hay un banco por aquí. Alright? It's a wiggly movement. Is there a bank around here? Okay? El hombre anda por la calle. The man walks along the street. He kind of walks along the street. Okay? There's no destination. It's just this. Estoy mirando por la ventana. I'm looking through the window. So, through the window. Not at anything specifically. Just through. Okay? So you've got this meandering movement with por. Okay? Lots of times, you know, cada mañana andamos por el parque con el perro. Every morning we walk through the park with the dog. So you've got things like through, by, around. Yeah? All of these movements. That's por. Okay? And then por has another shape, which is this. Alright? And this covers such a lot with por. Why? Any kind of financial interaction, por. Okay? So, for example, you say, compré el reloj por 5 libras. Okay? I bought the watch for £5. Because when you see any price, they put an X, don't they? Put the X to show the price. Alright? Also, it's a multiplied sign. So, 3 por 3. Okay? 3 times 3. 3 por 3 son 9. 3 times 3 is 9. Okay? So it's a multiplied sign. It's any kind of financial negotiation, payment, any payment, yeah. And also, you know, when you see 2 for 1 or 3 for 2, you see that sign, don't you? Well, that's por. 3 por 2 or 2 por 1. Okay? So that's a 4, that kind of 4, yeah? So what have we got? We've got the X. So I buy the watch for £5. Por 5 libras. Okay? 3 times 3. 3 por 3. And also 2 for 1. 2 por 1. All this shape, yeah? Now, so that's what we've got. Para, ara, destination. Para's the easy one, because there are less variations. But there's always a destination. Somebody's going to receive something. Okay? Por is less distinct. It's a wibbly wobbly line. Okay? Through the park, through the street, through the window, down the road, around here. Okay? And also por is the X, which is I buy this for that, this 3 for 1, and multiplied. Okay? Now, but all of those are your basic rules. Follow those, you'll have it. Now, a couple of other things that I would like you to be aware of with por and para. Okay. Por is your motivation. Okay? Motivation. Para is just the end result that you want. Okay? Because it's always the end result. But por is your motivation. Let me give you an example. You have a woman, right? A woman, and she's being, I don't know, she's being troubled by a man. Imagine, yeah? She's been getting a load of hassle, somebody keeps troubling her, okay? I want to say the word molestar, but that doesn't work in English. But un hombre le molesta todos los días, no? Her husband goes and kills him, okay? Kills him. And the woman says to him, why did you do that? Why did you do that? And he says, lo hice por ti. Okay? I did it for you. Now, she didn't receive anything. Okay? She wasn't the recipient of anything. The man died. But what the man's saying is, you were my motivation. I did it for what I feel for you, for the love that I have for you. Lo hice por ti. Okay? But if you think about it, somebody makes a cake, all right, and then they give it to you, and they say, la hice para ti. The para means that you are going to receive that. They made it for you. It's coming to you. Okay? But por is the reason why. Okay? There's no receiving, it's just the reason why. For example, I could say, hoy no salimos por la lluvia. Okay? Today we're not going out because of the rain. Por la lluvia. No salimos. Okay? It's the reason. That's all. Para, somebody's going to get it. Okay? Go back to the supermarket for the last thing, okay? And then we'll close this. Go to the supermarket and you see the person with the trolley. And they say, oh, es para mi madre. Okay? That shopping is going to their mum. They're doing it and the mum's going to receive it. Okay? But if they say, ah, lo hago por mi madre, okay? What they're saying is this is their reason they're doing it on behalf of. On behalf of the mum. Okay? It isn't necessarily the case that the mum's going to receive it. They could be doing the shopping for the mum because it's got to go to somewhere else. But that's the reason why. This is the motivation. Lo hago por mi madre. I'm doing it for my mum. Okay? There's no indication of where that shopping's going. We're just doing it because on behalf of. Okay? So, quick review. Para, destination. Somebody must receive this. It must have an end result. ¿Qué quieres para la Navidad? Para tu cumpleaños. Okay? Por is this shape or this shape. Okay? So, walking along the street through the park, by your house, por. Okay? Buying something for 10 quid, por. Okay? And then, para, somebody's going to get it, por the reason why your motivation, the reason why, because of the rain, por la lluvia. Okay? So I hope that helps. I hope that helps to put it into context a little bit. Y bueno, me voy y nos vemos después. Adiós.